want to move on to data sciences because I know that that's also really key and it's quite interesting. Sean, just looking at data sciences and that they can be used for quantifying the value of change management and for building predictive models, what do you see as the benefits and possible cautions around data science?
Thanks, Linda. I think, first of all, I think data sciences are extremely exciting. I think one of the things we as an industry or as a fraternity have done extremely poorly has been to clearly articulate the value that change brings. It seemed to be quite subjective, open to interpretation. I'd even be so cynical to say as a project that's successful, the project manager will lay claim to the success, and a project that fails, then you'll blame the fact that comms was poor or L&D was poor or whatever. So I think if we can get it right and we can benchmark it, and we've had conversations around being able to track projects that had poor change management capabilities versus equivalent projects that were well managed, and we can translate that to actual measures, which then translates to rands and cents and early adoption and benefits realization and that. I think as a fraternity we'll gain enormous credibility because that's how business works. That's how they see success and failure. So I'm very excited by it. The only caution I would have is very often change management is almost the heart and the soul of innovation. So we the people who are meant to understand the people who are being impacted. We're meant to bring the humanity to some of the conversations. We're the people who have to remember we're talking about people's jobs, people's careers, people's families. So like any other tool, like a cell phone or like any other methodology, it can bring huge value, but it mustn't replace what we bring in terms of relationships, trust, insight, empathy, and those softer skills which are critical to change.
Kavir, you're our financial mind here. What would you want the change management discipline, or how would you want the change management discipline to be able to quantify its value?
I think it's a question I get asked often. Do I have budget for this? And it's quite difficult to actually, at times, attribute value behind the budget that is being allocated to something like this. So for me, there's two things. So quantitatively, there are some projects which are clear-cut, and you can definitely see change in business performance before and after change management. Might be an efficiency type of model in your efficiency project in your operating model, or change in sales methodology sees you do something different in sales performance. So those are the easy ones. In terms of sort of more qualitatively on broader projects such as an enterprise implementation, for me, my personal thought is that the cost of failure for a project like that is just far too significant. Or to say that the other way around, the value of success, the value of getting something like that right the first time is fundamental. It gives you just that ability to move forward with your strategy, to move forward with the project itself, and you're not stuck in an old way of working. Switched on, engaged colleagues. So the financial benefits are there: lack of training, lack of recruitment costs, cheaper to retain people that are already in your business, etc. So the financial benefits are there. For the more specific projects, it's easier to quantify things using data that's available. You spoke about building valuation models and those kind of things. That's not difficult. But I think for the more qualitative things, the value that I would like to see is the way in which it delivers on your strategy in the long term.